Hello, and welcome to another episode of the Ramblings of an Insomniac. I am Courtney. Wow, I sound really weird to myself right now. You know, like when you hear yourself on an answering machine. That dates me right there. Oh my goodness. When you hear yourself on a recording of some sort and you're like, whoa, that is not what I sound like in my own head. Today, I'm just having a weird day where I don't feel like I sound like myself, if that makes sense. I don't know. But I'm pulled over on a back road like I used to. This is when I first started out doing my podcast. I would go on a drive and pull over on the side of a road and just listen to the birds. And the birds started chirping, so I stopped to record them. And the cows, and just look at the mountains and all that good stuff. And I'm doing that today because I'm trying to, well, you know how sometimes people just really fucking suck balls? And you know how you get really, really tired of not being able to trust somebody, and it's so blatantly obvious when they're lying, and everybody around them knows when they're lying, and everybody around them can see the cycle. They're like, oh, we're starting that cycle again where you do X, Y, Z, and then you start that same pattern, which means you're up to no good. You're doing something shady again. And when you ask them about it, they're like, no, not me. And you're like, dude, or dudette, I mean that to everybody. We're on to you. We know. There's a car coming, so it's going to get loud, but it's like we're on to you. We know you're doing the same thing, rinse, repeat. And it gets frustrating because you want to totally trust somebody, but you can't when people are being shady motherfuckers, And when you give them chance after chance, and then you finally are like, that's it, I'm good, I'm done. And it's just frustrating when you want someone to change and they say they want to change and they try, but they just can't help themselves. And when it's a family member or a friend or, just someone, when anyone breaks your trust, it doesn't matter who it is. It's a coworker, a friend, a family member, your spouse. It sucks. And it sucks a lot when you give them another shot and you already have a problem with, trust and all of that. And then you give them another shot, and pretty soon you're just like, dude, I'm out of, again, I keep saying dude, and I just mean, in general, whomever this applies to. It gets old, and you just wish that person would just tell you the truth, for God's sakes. You're like, just but it's okay, because again, you gotta work on controlling what you can, and you can't control others. I certainly admit that I have tried not to control. I just mean I am a control freak, and I'm type A, and my dog is driving me crazy. Sorry, guys. She's sidetracking me right now. It just means that I'm kind of type A, and, well, I'm not. That's not even true, actually. I'm type A about certain things, but most things, I don't want to be in charge. I want nothing to do with being in charge. I want to work by myself. I don't want to have coworkers. I want to be responsible for me. Just like sports, I like individual sports. I like sports where if I lose, I take all the loss is mine. I am like, all right, my bad, that's on me. But if I win, then the same is true. I'm like, all right, this win is all mine, just mine, don't have to share. Because, again, I'm an only child. Sharing's not my gig. Okay, but again, that's not true either. I share a lot of stuff, but I don't want to share credit. I'm not a big fan of sharing credit. Don't like sharing my space, as in my house. I would rather live next to my partner. I just like my space. I like things this is where I'm controlling. I like things the way that I like them, and I want my house and my things where I want them. and I don't like it when other people touch or move my things. Like, I am like the chick on Misery about it. I will take you to my basement, put your legs in those little blocky things, and off your ankles. Crack them real good. Yeah, you will have your ankles broken. And then I will stuff you down in my basement, and you will, if you move a penguin figurine, then I will pay. I'm good. Thank you. Thank you very much. People are so cool around here. I love it. 2 different people have stopped to make sure I'm okay. Like, you don't get that in the city. You don't get that in big cities. You don't get that in LA. You don't get that in New York, You don't get people because they feel like they're going to get shot. They feel like they're going to get, hurt. And 2 people, the only 2 cars, put it this way, there's been 2 cars that have passed me, and both of them slowed down and gave me, like, one of them stopped all the way, rolled down their window and gave me like thumbs up, thumbs down. And I was like, thumbs up. And they're like, okay, cool. And the first one that came by did the same thing, gave me like the okay sign, like, you okay? And I was like, I'm good. So they kept on going. But you don't get that everywhere, I would not trade. I'm sitting here looking at the country right now, and I'm looking at cows, and I'm looking at mountains, and I'm looking at trees and green, and it's beautiful. And I take it for granted. I take a lot for granted. Sometimes I bitch about the most redonkulous things that are just absolutely petty and garbage. And given everything going on in the world right now, I'm sure there are a lot of people that would be like, are you effing kidding me right now, Courtney? You're going to bitch about this bullshit when floods are happening. A flood in Texas. I don't know what the toll is now, so I don't want to misquote. Last I heard, but I don't know how accurate it is, but last I heard it was 89, or 101. It was 101. And these are times when I am like, I do not understand. I don't understand why. Like, I don't, and if one more person says, well, it's so we can appreciate this and it's so we can do that. No, like, seriously, why? Why do children need to die? Why do babies need to die? Why do animals need to die? Why does it need to happen where it happens at a time where no one's paying attention, no one is prepared? Not saying if it happens when you're prepared that it's even, that it's okay, because it's still going to ruin buildings and houses and take away livestock. Sorry. Oh, goodness. My dog is just absolutely out of control right now. Sorry, guys. But it's when things like that happen, I think of the children and I think of all the animals. And then I think of me just being an absolute garbage person and me bitching about fucking stupid shit sometimes. And I'm like, wow, I'm an entitled piece of garbage sometimes. Sometimes I really suck ass, and sometimes I need to get my act together. And sometimes I need to learn to be grateful. And I can admit that. Sorry, you're going to hear my car buzzing for just a second. Sorry. Dog had to pee. And sometimes, I told you with this podcast, you get shit like this. You have to listen to my car door beeping and dogs barking in the background and gravel of cars going by and all of that. But anyway, I can admit when I'm being ungrateful, when I'm not being appreciative of the things that I have. And sometimes I'm not. Sometimes I should be more thankful. And then other times I feel so grateful, and I am constantly like looking to the universe and saying, thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm so fortunate. I'm so fortunate. I'm so fortunate. Most of the time I'm like that. I would say here comes another car. I would say a good 85% of the time I am grateful and happy and all of that. But I'd say there's a good 15% of the time where I'm not necessarily ungrateful, but I'm being just kind of dramatic and stuff. But it's okay. I feel like it's human nature to, we're flawed. We just do stupid shit sometimes. We say and do stupid things, and sometimes we complain about things that we shouldn't, and it takes a flood for us to go, wow. Or it takes 9/11 or fires or whatever, some natural disaster for us to go, oh man, God, I need to really learn to look out the window and take it in and not fight with my family, not fight with my friends and coworkers and partners. And I need to be grateful for having a roof over my head and food, and just, I need to do that every day, not just sometimes. But again, we're human and we're flawed and we have emotions for a reason. And sometimes they come out and it's not pretty, but my heart is devastated and broken and just torn to pieces for these poor parents that have lost their children. That is just not okay. It is absolutely not okay for children to die. It's not okay for humans to die for no good reason. And it's not okay for animals. I'm tired of the wildfires. I'm tired of the riots. I'm tired of... I get phone call after phone call of people telling me that their dogs have passed away, or that their family members have passed away and they're going to a funeral. And I'm just like, oh my gosh. Why is everyone dying? Why are animals dying? Why are natural disasters happening? Why? And again, I just get tired of people being like, well, it teaches us to be happy and grateful. Okay, but some people already are happy and grateful, and they don't need this. And you didn't even give them a fighting chance. Like, you didn't even give them a fighting... Bonnie, for the love of Christmas. You didn't even give these people a fighting chance. Like, that is just, like, insanity. I don't understand. I don't understand why people have to go through this. I don't. There are crappy people in the world. There are some real shitty humans. And they're still alive. And there are children that have died. Oh my gosh, Bonnie, you are losing your dang mind, girlfriend. Come on, you already have been potty. You've been outside for hours. Good gravy. It's a full moon. I am going to blame a lot of things on a full moon right now, because holy forking crap. It is just, people are genuinely, dogs and humans, we're all losing it on the full moon. It always happens. I swear to God, call me a crazy person, but the full moon, if you've ever worked at a nursing facility, an assisted living facility, in a hospital, or with dogs, I'm telling you, full moon. I will not even know it's a full moon, not keeping a track, have no idea, and I'll be like, oh my God, is it a full moon? And then people will go, yes, and I'm like, holy crap, I can tell. And right now it's a full moon, but that doesn't, that explains something, but not all of it. There's just a lot going on, and it's been going on for a while. And it's exhausting. It's so exhausting. I'm tired of shady people. I'm tired of people that you can't trust. I'm tired of giving people chance after chance and them just crapping on you and crapping on you and crapping on you. I'm tired of good people getting shit on. I'm tired of good people paying the price for crappy humans that don't make good choices, and yet somehow avert crisis and don't go to jail, and they don't have consequences. It's like, why? Oh my God, it's frustrating. It makes you go, why the fuck am I a good person? Why do I try? Why do I bother? And the people are like, well, because, you're going to go to heaven, and because, two wrongs don't make a right. And just because other people are bad doesn't mean you should be bad. And, karma. But it doesn't seem like that works out. I know a lot of people that have just had a shit life from beginning to end, or didn't even get to have a life. They die as a fucking baby. They didn't do anything wrong. That's just... And then they're like, well, we need babies and we need dogs in heaven. But it's heaven. Do we? I mean, why? I don't know. when you work hard and you throw it all the way to taxes and throw it away to people that don't work at all and get to reap all the rewards, and then they're still like, it's not enough, it's not enough, it's not enough. And then we have flash floods that kill innocent people. It just pisses me off. When you have your own government lying to you and committing fraud and trying to kill you with vaccines and just taking all of your money, and here you are working your ass off to the point that you're going to have a heart attack, and then they try to sell you drugs that are not good for you at all just so they can benefit off of us dying and side effects. And it's just fucking corrupt and horrible, and there's fires, and there's just no one you can trust. And it's just getting on my nerves. I'm tired of people telling me that their animals have died. That is making me heartbroken. I feel so bad for everybody right now. I want things to start going well. I just do. And I am looking for the good. I'm sitting here enjoying this view, and I'm like, wow, it's an amazing view. I'm alive. My kids are healthy. I have healthy grandkids, and I have a roof over my head. And so I'm focusing on that. I'm focusing on that, and I'm focusing on the good and being grateful. My heart is so broken for those that are just suffering and suffering. My heart is just, I just can't. I can't. I am trying so hard to get my dog rescue. I've got to get my dog rescue and save these poor animals. My heart can't take any more of these poor animals not having a home. And now people, it's just a lot. So if you're suffering and you're going through it, I'm so sorry. And sometimes you don't want to hear, it's going to be okay. Focus on the good. Look on the bright side. There's always tomorrow. At least you're alive. Sometimes you're like, just fuck you. Fuck you. Let me cry. Let me be mad. Let me scream. You're allowed to do all of the above. If you want to say, fuck you, I'm not happy right now, I'm not focusing on the good right now, you go for it. You don't have to. You do not have to focus on the good right now. Allow yourself to be pissed and angry and misery and in misery and in grieving and having loss, and just go through all of it. You don't need anyone's permission. And I'm just sorry is not, I don't know, I am so heartbroken for you. No matter what you're going through. I'm not talking about just the floods or the fires. I'm talking about in general. If you are going through it, I'm sorry. So, tonight I'm going to breathe. I'm going to take a bunch of deep breaths. I am focusing on what I can control. Throwing away the rest right now. If I have solutions to be able to help, I'm going to follow through on those solutions to help. We all could see what we can do to help others. There's always something we can do to help others, right? So, there's one thing you can do. You can tell people to listen to the ramblings of an insomniac. Shameless plug, shameless plug. I'm shamelessly plugging my podcast right there. Anyway, hey, thank you so much for listening. I appreciate everybody out there in every city, every country, all over the world. I genuinely appreciate you so very, very, very much. I don't know how to tell you in a cooler way, or like I can't rap or anything. So I'm just saying thank you so stinking much, no matter where you are from. I don't care if you're a Republican, a Democrat, a liberal, a woke person, a black, white, Asian, Hispanic, round, short, tall, skinny, whatever. What you identify as, what your sexual orientation is, I welcome you all. Like I said, I will pick on everybody of all walks of life. I am an equal opportunity picker-honor. I will talk smack about everybody of all shapes and sizes. So again, when you come to this podcast, just know I will pick on you. And sometimes I say stupid stuff, and sometimes I cuss and I yell. Sometimes I cry. Sometimes I laugh too much. Sometimes I make no sense. Sometimes I have good advice. Sometimes I'm just wandering aimlessly. Who knows? Sometimes you're going to hear gravel and cars and dogs. And other times you're going to hear crickets and coyotes. You never know. So thank you so much for listening. And until next time.